Welcome to a story from ancient Japan of loyalty, betrayal, and a man who challenged the very code that defined the samurai way. This is the story of Asano Naganori and Oishi, the true story behind the legend of the 47 Ronin, the samurai, who defied their master's enemies, and in doing so, changed history. In the 17th century, Japan was ruled by the Tokugawa shogunate, a military government that controlled everything. Beneath the shogun were daimyos, powerful lords who ruled over regions. Each daimyo had a group of samurai, warriors sworn to protect their master with their lives. Samurai lived by Bushido, the way of the warrior. It meant honor, loyalty, and duty. Disobeying a master was considered worse than death. In the early 1700s, Lord Asano Naganori, a young daimyo from the Oko domain, was called to Edo Castle. His job, to host and assist the emperor's envoys during a formal visit. To help him, the shogun assigned an official named Kira Yoshinaka, who would teach Asano how to behave in the court ceremonies. But Kira was not kind. He expected bribes and gifts from the people he helped. Asano, a man of integrity, refused to pay him. Kira insulted Asano repeatedly, calling him rude and ignorant. Asano stayed calm at first, but Kira went too far. One day inside Edo Castle, Kira humiliated him in front of other lords. Asano finally snapped. He drew his sword and attacked Kira. Kira was only wounded, but Asano had broken a strict rule: no weapons or fighting inside the shogun's castle. That same day, the shogun ordered Asano to commit seppuku ritual suicide. He was forced to stab himself in the stomach. His lands were taken, his family was ruined, and his loyal samurai became Ronin. Samurai with no master, Kira, the man who provoked him, received no punishment. This was seen as injustice. Among Asano's samurai was Oishi Yoshio, the chief counselor. He was heartbroken but determined. He believed that Asano had been wronged, but samurai could not act on emotion. They had to be smart. Oishi knew that if they attacked Kira too soon, they'd be arrested. So he and the others waited. They pretended to move on with life. Some became merchants. Oishi even started acting like a drunk, so spies would stop watching him. But secretly, they prepared. Almost 2 years later, on a snowy night in December 1702, Oishi and 46 other Ronin met in Edo. Dressed in black, carrying swords and ladders, they stormed Kira's mansion. They fought through Kira's guards and searched every room. Finally, they found Kira hiding in a shed. Oishi gave him a chance to die with honor, just like Asano. Kira refused, so they executed him, cut off his head, and carried it to Asano's grave. To honor their master, the people of Japan were divided. Many admired the Ronin for their loyalty, but they had broken the law by taking revenge. The shogun faced a difficult decision. If he let them live, others might break the law too. If he executed them, he would anger the public. In the end, the shogun ordered the 47 Ronin to commit seppuku. They did it with honor, not as criminals, but as true samurai. Their graves became a place of respect. People came from across Japan to pay tribute. The story of the 47 Ronin became a national legend, a symbol of loyalty and justice. Plays, books, and movies were made about them. And Oishi Yoshio, he became known as a hero who kept his promise to his master. This story shows the conflict between Bushido and law, between personal loyalty and government rule. It happened during a time of peace, when the old warrior ways were fading. The Ronin reminded Japan what it meant to be loyal, even when it cost everything. They didn't fight for power or money. They fought for honor. Even today, the graves of the 47 Ronin at Sengakuji Temple in Tokyo are visited every year. Their story is taught in schools and celebrated in festivals. It reminds us that even in a strict world, courage and loyalty can make history. They were samurai who defied the odds, and their memory lives on. Not because they followed orders, but because they stood up for what was right. This was the story of the samurai who defied his master. If you found it powerful, leave a like, share with history lovers, and subscribe for more untold stories from the past. Honor, justice, sacrifice. That's the legacy of the 47 Ronin.